Matangi Station is situated in the dry hills above Alexandra and has been in the Sanders family for over a century. The current owners and custodians of this intergenerational enterprise are John and Mary Liz Sanders. The station is home to a merino stud and produces meat and superfine merino wool that carries a mark of excellence as a top New Zealand fibre. The wool is highly sought after by high-end Italian textile manufacturers who purchase most of the station's 40,000 kilogram annual clip.
Matangi Station is just on 11,500 hectares. It was originally part of the old Galloway stations. I'm third generation, and the fourth generation is in the yards behind me. The aim of the place has always been to produce as big a sheep as we can with the best wool we can. And so we've got superfine wool that's highly desirable by the Italians and some of the other people worldwide. Most people actually can't outbid the Italians to be able to get our wool, and we've had contracts for a while. The meat's normally gone to one or two of the freezing works, but we've also been working into a system for Celere to take some that's... Celere is basically origin merino. In general terms, the meat is a finer, sweeter and less fat than other breeds. Matangi runs just over 8,000 merino sheep. That includes rams that we have for sale for commercial breeders around the country. And it's also got just on another 110 cattle. We run pure Herefords, which helps clean up some of the roughage and gullies and that and keep weeds out. We're trying to breed as much wool as we can, soft handling, bright, crimpy, and about an average micron of 17 to 17.5. It seems to fit the Italian wool buyers that buy off us pretty much. Plus it's also the wool we like anyway. And the sheep that we grow, on this climate, it is the type of wool that they produce. As a kid I grew up with the wool, with my father and my grandfather. And merinos get in your blood, so to speak. But I also, before my own boys started primary school, I went to Lincoln and I did the wool classing course up there. And basically ever since I've been classing our own wool. I've got about 14 lines and I'll set it up in fineness and length, colour, strength, and most of it falls into the suiting wear that the Italians want, and the stuff I will call the off sorts actually still goes to the same Italian mills, and they're making their sportswear out of it. And they're next to skin wear. Well, we mainly work through our wool broker, which is Merino New Zealand, and the Italians buyers from the mills like Radar and Europeana we actually get to meet. 40 years ago you were drafted out the door, but now you'll go and have a drink with them or a night or whatever, and they'll pass on them any information that would be beneficial to you, beneficial to them, that you can make up a line of wool to suit them. First of all, I'm looking for length, brightness, crimp and soundness. Our Italian buyers don't want it too long, they don't want it too short. So, but you've got a fair parameter that you can hit. But they also want a certain staple formation that handles their equipment. There is equipment out there that the old style is very slow, so it can handle a longer length. Theirs is very quick, so they produce a lot of fibre into suiting in a day. they've given you a criteria and you are trying to stick to it. The Italians, they like a staple that will stand up, that it's got strength, and also your crimp style and your micron and the colour. These are 4-tooth second share rams. They were selected out of the mob of 2-tooth rams last year. Some of them are going to be in for our own use in our own commercial flock. There'll be the odd one that will go to another stud breeder, and there'll be, I'll call them the leftovers, but they're not. They're right up at the top. That will end up with a couple of my commercial guys. You'll notice there's 2 or 3 poles in here. I started them probably about 10 years ago now with the selection of my own ewes that I knew would breed poles and Melbourne Downs ram. It's been a bit of a battle just getting that Italian wool, and it's super fine wool, out of a pole because of the width of their genetics. But I'll be taking these to some of the shows. It'll depend on what section the ram will end up in, because some shows just have an open merino class. Some of them have a ultra, super fine and a fine wool, so we'll take sheep that'll suit.